He's a 10, but he's not subscribed to the SOTY show.
Ooh. 0.
Hi, SOTY family!
Welcome to the SOTY show! He's a 10 and has a great voice. Is that how this game works?
5.
That's not how this game works.
He's a 10, but he always sings a crappy jingle.
He
for the SOTY
always
show.
thinks that he needs to do a jingle.
Am I a 10?
Let's start
We're
there.
not asking these
I
questions.
like this. Let's
You're
start
not
there.
asking these questions.
Did you see
Jamie,
her
what-
eyes? I watched her eyes die.
Okay, my question is,
Die.
what is a 10?
Okay,
What is a
yeah,
10?
what's a 10 to you?
What's a 10? I don't know.
You give us a 10.
I mean, I'm right over here, so
I don't know. So
you
when
can use me as an example.
when you're implying that
As a
when
10.
you do this challenge or whatever you call it,
Have you heard
it's
this game before,
solely,
though?
I have. It's solely based on looks. You
well,
can't.
the first one's based.
yeah,
on
but I'm
looks.
saying
They're
the
10, but, and then you add
Yes,
personality
because
traits.
They're
you
10
can't-
based
yeah.
on looks.
Because
Yes.
you have to take out
Yes.
but he makes me laugh, or he's
Yeah, take that out.
yeah, it's like, so a 10, we're talking purely physical.
What do
Well,
you
I
rate
mean,
yourself?
Everything other than what you're
That's
about
the
to say.
that's the question. What do you actually rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm a solid 3.
I'm a 4.
I would have said like a 5 or a 6.
Well, then I'm at 8.
So I just don't think I wouldn't say I'm a below average looking person. Isn't 5 average? Is that what you would say or no?
Yeah,
I'd say 5's average.
5's average.
And you put yourself at a 3? You're better than
That's a
average.
joke.
Come
I
on.
mean, I'm trying to be humble
on.
over here.
I'm being nice to
I
Jerry
didn't
right
want to
now.
say 10 right off the bat.
And you said what?
a 4. Like I would say I'm a 4.
I'm definitely better looking than Jamie, though.
What?
So
I hate to say this, but you guys are kind of similar looking. But Jamie's the hot version of Jared.
that is disturbing. That is a weird way to say that.
Very disturbing.
I don't know.
Anywho.
I don't see a ton.
I don't know that I'm better looking than average.
know.
I don't know what I would say I am. I don't
Jamie,
think.
look straight at the camera here. Look straight at the camera.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
Did you find a rating thing? Please
No,
don't
I'm
do that,
just-
because my heart, my soul.
What if there's a
How
rating
much
app?
do we look? You know, I could ask
I mean, you were in a hat
ChatGPT
too.
how good
how-
looking we are.
Oh,
Let me ask.
rate me on a 1.
Rate-
With a picture? You have to put a picture in there.
I'm just gonna say rate.
I'm scared.
You have to put a picture in, or else it won't do it. This is crazy. Are we really doing this right now? I don't know if I'm ready
You
for
don't
this.
have a picture.
He doesn't know how to do a picture quick enough. It won't work.
No, I don't. I can't find a picture. I'm just saying rate my sister Jamie. I don't know Jamie, but I'm sure she's a 10.
ChatGPT
Let me know if
is
something
full of garbage.
specific you
Like,
wanted
they're
feedback
mean.
on. Yeah.
kind
Or they're too nice. ChatGPT would never give an honest answer. That's the problem.
Yeah. Comment down below what we
Maybe that's a
rated.
different video. We'll rate ourselves on a different video.
That's a whole nother.
That's a scary thing. I don't
But-
want to. If there was like a
Rate what you guys think we are in the comments.
Yeah, be nice.
Don't be nice.
Okay,
I want
Steve's
honesty.
face shot there. Okay, what would you rate that? All right.
I should have
You
done
got
that.
Jamie's
The
now?
smolder. I needed to do
Jamie's.
how.
You have to do what Peyton does of her like weird,
I don't know how to do it.
weird chin face thing. Yep, that's exactly
right.
what it is.
So-
you can go ahead and rate us.
Today we're gonna play They're a 10 but, and we're gonna see.
So basically, the way
What
this
we
game
think
works
is
we're gonna
important.
throw out random scenarios. So
Or some
there are
personal
10
ones.
Picture
Yeah, or
what your
personal
10 is in your head.
So there are
and then
10
we're adding.
physically, but they do this.
And then we find out the personality trait, and we figure out.
And then
where
you
we're at.
decide if that drops, if it goes up, if it's
Mm-hmm.
fine staying at a 10. So I'm gonna start. I'll start with you guys. Ready? I've got a couple here.
Oh boy.
Okay. He's a 10, but he quotes Shrek daily.
Ooh.
Shrek
Yes,
daily.
Daily.
daily. Every day there's
Which character? Shrek,
Shrek
or
quotes going on.
the donkey?
Maybe it's just Shrek in general.
What does that do for you, Jamie? If he's a 10,
And is a big Mike Myers fan,
but
it's
he quotes
constantly-
Shrek daily.
or just any cartoon almost. But Shrek. We'll do Shrek. Start with
That's Shrek
Shrek.
because
You know what,
people get
though?
annoyed with Shrek.
Really?
Really, I would say an 8.
I can't think of a
That doesn't really
single
drop.
Shrek quote.
I would say an 8 because it's not that bad.
That's not
They're
so
a
bad.
10, and all they're doing is like quoting some Disney movie every day for
Disney
like,
movie.
or whatever it is. They're not Disney.
pretty sure it's Disney.
I don't think Shrek's Disney.
Why are you looking
Why
at
wouldn't it
me
be
like
Disney?
that?
Shrek's not Disney.
Okay.
What is it then?
I don't know, some random other thing. Warner Brothers.
You're looking at me
I-
like
I'm
I'm
positive it's Disney.
insane. Gosh.
She's
like,
a
you look at
10,
me.
but she thinks Shrek is a Disney movie. What if I'm wrong?
Okay.
If I'm wrong, that'd be awesome.
He's a 10, but
Oh, it's DreamWorks.
it's DreamWorks animation franchise.
He's a 10 and
I just
knows
thought
his
DreamWorks
crap.
Would have been. Part
Okay,
of it,
well,
but
okay.
whatever.
He's a 10, but corrects you on everything.
But sits there and
He's a 5.
quotes DreamWorks.
I'm just
I say
saying,
8.
if you don't know Disney movie from a non-Disney movie, that's
All right. Well, I would say 8. Did you rate him?
Am I supposed to? I thought you were
Okay,
rating him.
fine. You don't get a rating.
Okay, I can rate him.
No.
I don't know a Shrek quote. Can any of you in this room name a Shrek quote?
Donkey. That's a Shrek.
9.
Word fun.
9. It would get a little old, but I can laugh at that every time.
All right, here we go. This one's for you, Steve. She's a 10, but she's convinced she could survive a zombie apocalypse based on watching The Walking Dead.
I'm still saying she's a 10.
That'd be
Is that Jamie?
No.
no, but that'd be kind
I
of.
thought you said you really liked The Walking Dead.
I do. I watch it.
It is. What he's getting at is she thinks she could like do the same physical thing as a dude. Is kind of I think what the heart of that is.
That she could survive as a
Because you watch
zombie
it
apocalypse.
and like the girl might just be as powerful as the guy or whatever in a fight.
Would
scene.
you want to live it? I would rather die the first day.
I want to be first wave.
I wanna be one.
I want to be Agent Zero.
Do
of
I want
zombies.
to watch
rather not.
people eat?
Eh, maybe a
faces?
little.
No.
The Walking Dead was a good show. If you get to watch that in real life,
No, that would be awful. I would want to be.
you're like third
part.
party. If I would third party that, I wouldn't want to be involved. If I could
Okay,
like
you can't third party it. You're involved.
first wave.
Yeah.
Think about being a zombie. That might
I'm
be
out.
cool.
No. Ew.
Walking around eating people. That's awesome.
So disgusting.
All right, Jamie.
Yes.
He's a 10, but he says bro after every sentence.
Bro or bruh?
Bro. I know, bro.
I would be like 5.
That's
You're
your
back
problem.
down to average.
Good job,
If you're
Tom.
making
Bro,
that sound
bro,
because
bro.
I have to listen to my 16-year-old say it.
But I mean, okay, so
Literally.
what's a 10 for you? Is it Brad Pitt? Would you say Brad Pitt's a 10?
So you're getting older on these. On
So you got this
watching
Brad
here.
Pitt guy saying bro after every time. Could you live with it? Would it be okay?
It would get old.
Jonathan
would-
Taylor Thomas.
it would get
saying
old.
bro.
It would get pretty old.
It would get old. He'd be like,
Bro.
stop
So it does
saying
drop.
Bro,
that.
bro,
Yeah,
bro.
stop
Dude,
saying it. I wouldn't be able to take him out in public.
It's rough with the
Just
kids.
stay inside the house.
You picked a sensitive one because the kids are all doing that these days.
or
Bro.
girly pops.
Girl.
My 9-year-old's doing it.
Bro.
Bro.
Girly pops.
I'm just like, what?
I can't do it.
Every sentence.
You said you went to a 5?
That's
After
a bit
every sentence.
much.
Dropped all the
I
way down
said
to
5.
What about
Every
yours, Steve?
sentence.
I mean,
That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, that's annoying.
That's
Dude, the girls do it too. So,
yeah,
The girls are doing it
worse.
too. Yes.
And I would say 5 also. I think 5's a good, you cut them in half.
Yep. Just
Here you
cut
go,
'em right in
Jamie.
half. Me again. I'm scared.
It's just because I read it and it's just perfect.
He likes this one.
He's a 10, but he never finishes his drinks.
That one is actually about me.
Okay, I would say still 10 because then I can drink the rest of his drinks.
Oh,
The rest of his drink
the bottom?
that you left
Where all
in
the
here,
slobber is? That's the leftovers.
You just threw away a couple Cokes. in
She's
here,
a
that
10, but
feeling.
she drinks the bottom of drinks.
Yeah, what is it for you?
It would save money.
Honestly, I do this, right? I don't drink the bottom of drinks.
Never.
Does it bother you more because you're seeing it as a waste of money or because you just hate that there's like a partial of a drink being wasted?
I hate waste in
Yeah,
general,
okay.
so it'd be
So it's
both.
the waste.
I'm like, you're buying something that you like. I just threw something away because I asked Jared if he wanted it. He said no. With that much in there, almost half, a little under half, and it's like,
Well, what did you throw away?
well, you had a bottle sitting here, and then you had a Coke can sitting there. I
bottles.
brought
Oh,
you the
yeah.
Coke can
No.
because you left that. That would have stayed there. That
That's
was
because
full.
the Coke can was because we were filming and I had to put it down.
No, so the bottle literally, I don't under.
I
You
would have
waste
drink it. I
so
just
much.
didn't want to drink it.
You waste like if you were to
And
do
you
that
said
money
it
wise.
doesn't bug you enough to
are
bump
wasting,
a 10 to a 9 even. You're saying still 10. You're cool with it because you get to drink it?
I don't know.
All because of the money wise? Interesting.
They said the bottom. He's wasting like half of a drink.
Not half.
And the problem is that you're also like purchasing 4 a day. So like if you did 1 and you left a little bit and I was like, okay, or I'll take a sip of that. But if it's literally equals an entire can that you're just like, I'm gonna buy and sit it here for no reason daily.
But you don't bump me down on my looks because of it, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
All right, Steve. She's a 10, but she uses Snapchat as her main camera app.
What's Snapchat?
You may have to just have a different.
As her main camera app? What does that even mean? So you're saying
So
she's
instead
like,
of using her camera, she just takes pictures using Snapchat.
yeah.
Which I have never done, but I have taken pictures before where someone's like, hey, can we take pictures with you?
And they only use Snapchat to take
And
pictures.
I'm like, oh, this is in Snapchat.
Interesting. I would say
Does it get stored in your camera roll?
I don't know anything about Snapchat.
I don't know how it works.
I'm gonna say
we'll go past that.
Guys, does it get stored in your camera roll?
Is it sad that we don't know
like
this?
a different place?
I think it's so you can put like the filters on them or stuff like that because they have to put filters on everything. So I think it's to have access to all the filters, so they won't take any just normal pictures.
so they can.
It's all
They
filters.
can
for me though,
fake the way they look.
this has
And
very
catfish.
okay. So that I would say brings you to like a 7. But there's a lot of dependence.
You know
on
what?
it.
That also means that she's a 10, but she's under the age of like.
That's the problem.
20.
So I was gonna say
Well, that's what
I
this
was gonna
one
go to
comes
like a 3, but I didn't want to be like offensive to young people.
This one's also she's a
I'm
10,
saying you're
but she
also
only
rating a
communicates.
teenager.
Yeah,
huh?
that's-
Here's one. She's a 10, but she only communicates through TikTok sounds.
She's 11 now. It's like memes. If you send me gifts or memes, you're like going up.
But that's the only way she communicates. Like talking to you is through like memes. Meme
Scram!
sounds.
Only way? I mean, obviously that's like a 0 then. If there's
She
no
only
other
communicates through TikTok sounds, is what it says.
if only, then yes, that would bring you way
Man, it
down.
jumped up to 11 for
What
you
if
using
it's-
TikTok
No,
sounds?
What
if
if
you like
it's-
send me TikTok sounds or whatever because you think they're
Yeah,
funny.
like they're like sending
in
to the
response to
TikTok.
something. Like if I send you a message and you respond
Okay,
with a funny
what
TikTok
if
sound.
she's a 10, but she walks around doing TikTok dances constantly?
Oh my gosh. Then
She has a tripod with a.
Well, okay, he's a 10, but he walks around doing Fortnite dances all the time.
Yeah.
So
That's rough.
the dancing thing, if you're constantly doing the TikTok dancing thing, like, but again, I feel like we're rating we're basically just trashing on teenagers right
It's
now.
true.
So I'm not going to rate it, but it would be low.
He's a 10, but he insists he's the only one who gets The Office.
The only one who gets The Office.
Oh, I hate know-it-alls. 4.
And morons. Everyone loved The Office, except for me, until I watched it. Now I'm like the only one who understands
that's
it.
somebody that's like, none of you guys actually get it.
You
or
don't actually get
appreciate
it.
I'm the
gets
only
it.
one that gets it.
Yeah, no,
Trying
that's
to
different. That's
explain
like-
here.
See,
like,
my thing was, I don't think
get
everyone's
it.
as funny as I am. And so I was like, I would probably just think that good because the average person thinks it's funny.
Which is also another know-it-all thing that's just awesome.
Here's one for you, Jamie. He's a 10.
You can't even say
It's
it.
personal. It's personal.
He's a 10, but he doesn't read the full message and only answers back to
Oh, freaking
one
hate
after
that.
every 3 messages.
It's like a 2. Like, how do you communicate with somebody like that? Jared, you should ask the same thing. She's a 10, but
Jared, you
Well,
fall
the
in that
text
category
message
too,
is too
though, right?
long.
I answered messages. I for sure
What?
we have a family talk that you just never respond.
That's because I don't look at it.
You're not answering messages.
But they're not messaging to me. That's different.
we would like everyone to be at this family party. Jared, have you answered yet?
Okay, the response to this
That's
is
different. That
she's
is
a
completely
10.
Different. That's a group message. That's not an individual message.
She or he is a 10, but they send paragraph long text messages. That's also not cool. You don't do that. I'm not saying Jamie. This is not personal. But in my defense, because I will read one line of a text.
You know, that's the thing.
If it's longer than a line, you might as well not have sent that.
But
to
that's
me.
the thing.
But you,
is like,
you can. But the thing is he can
be
ask.
communicated
He can
with.
ask things, and then I'll say yes, this. He'll read the first one, and that's it.
Yeah, he can't be communicated with. So
I would have to send.
I will. I
each one
have examples
per
of sending
text.
Jared messages and getting one of my answers back to. 100%. That has happened.
It's an ADD thing. Do you have ADD?
You don't think you're doing it. That's the problem. You think you've answered the whole text, and you did not. I assure you. And
Do I do that?
You just don't respond.
Jamie never has her phone.
Yeah.
You can't call her.
You don't respond quickly.
Do you ever?
You have responded to messages after we've discussed the thing, and then you're like, "This happened just on a drive."
Yeah, because
down the
I
other
was
day."
making sure that it wasn't. It was a question that could have
I
easily
know.
been after the fact, and I was like,
But yes, you would respond. You don't do that. You would read and respond. to
"You're
it.
also not sending me tons of text messages. Hey, did you check on this? Did you do this?
I don't
Did
send
you do
paragraph
that?"
long text messages because that to me is like,
Or is it I'm the one that's like,
You don't
have
do that.
you done this?
I don't
Have you
feel
done
like
that?
I don't feel like
Have
that
you-
is the issue though. You don't send long messages. There's people who send long messages. I send long messages sometimes, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm only gonna get 1/3 of that answer back because I'm a rambler. Also, I'm a rambler and
Does not want to read.
don't
other
want to
people's
hear your crap.
Rambling.
I want to hear what you have to say
He wants to ramble, but doesn't want to hear
Yes!
your ramblings.
because I'm right.
Next
I
one.
mean, literally yesterday, I sent you probably the longest text of things to.
That was a
to
list, so
check
that
on.
wasn't a response.
I know, but
request.
how many of those just got lost in translation?
I mean, so here's the other problem. You send me a text message, and if I, at the moment,
I
don't
know.
read it or I don't have a chance to
It's
like actually
very-
process it, it's gone forever.
I know that's the problem.
That's not my fault though.
Next one. He's a 10, but he corrects everyone's grammar, even in casual texts.
Ooh, that's
rough.
That's
That corrects your grammar.
That's a
grammar
3.
nonstop.
In
That's a
casual text,
3.
they're like, it's
If
there.
they're
And you're like, yeah, I know. I put THR.
It's you are.
It's your, not you are.
Yeah, that, I mean, I don't know if I would go to a 3. I would say a 4.
Okay.
Annoying,
I
though.
hate being corrected.
Jamie does not like being corrected.
Even
I
when she's
don't.
wrong.
I don't like being corrected. I don't.
I remember there's a spelling test that we once did that she
She lost.
lost.
She's
was
still
not-
upset about it.
She was not happy about that video.
I mean, it's not my fault that
You guys are little cheaters.
I'm
If she
agreed.
had any way to make sure that video didn't
Every
get posted,
game show, the final round's worth more points. That's not us cheating.
Right.
Okay.
That's
She's a
just the way it's
10,
played.
but I don't have one necessarily. I was moving us back to
He's a
that.
10, but he explains movie plots mid-movie.
Ooh.
That's my son. No. Or she's a 10, but she asks
Asks
freaking questions
what's
throughout the
going
whole
on.
entire movie.
Okay, so that's hilarious coming from Jared's mouth.
Both of those are rough.
Yeah, because Jared.
I ask questions?
That's what, when you were younger, it was things that we always talked about you. He's like, I can't watch a video with Jared. I can't watch a movie with Jared because you're like, wait, what's happening?
Wait, what?
What? Wait, what?
He's a 10 but doesn't know what's going on in the movie
And then
at
guess
any
what?
point during the movie.
If you get someone involved like Dad, then he pauses it
And rewinds. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
and then tries to explain.
I was just having to, I watched
Wait, what's going
Harry
on?
Potter last
Wait, what?
night,
I don't
the
get
second
it.
one.
So
And Caden would not stop asking questions.
I haven't heard that
You
from a
were
long time.
Caden.
Yeah.
Just
I
so
don't
you
know.
know.
And this is you as a
don't know.
teenager.
I don't know.
Teenager.
You were Caden. Wait, what's happening? What
Wait.
does that mean?
I don't get it. Why is
Why
that?
does it- Do you know who does that? Jordan.
Oh, my kids asking me questions like, hey, we're 3 seconds in the movie. Do you want me to tell you the whole plot?
And Jordan's sitting there and be like, wait, no, what's happening?
Is
what's
she gonna
going
die?
on?
Is that
and
gonna
I'm
happen?
like, zip it. I don't know either. But you ask again and we'll turn the movie off.
Yeah. It's like, hey, how about we watch the movie?
Okay, she's a 10.
Jared's like-
she's
Jared
a
doesn't
10,
like this.
But she has.
You don't. I don't know if you
that
do it
right?
anymore.
Listen,
I don't
you
do it
were.
anymore, for sure.
You don't anymore.
Yeah.
She's a 10, but she has ugly feet. Like really ugly feet.
Oh, that's a problem.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Really?
You'd say still a 10. If her
No
feet are
way.
I mean,
ugly.
you have socks and shoes on
First of
majority
all,
the time. So
You're not a 10 if you have ugly feet.
I'm saying like
I don't know. To me, it's
like
Say-
I'm saying like toes kind of like I
Yeah.
don't, okay, I'm not being offensive to anyone, but
I mean,
like
you kinda-
I don't know.
you kinda
Don't
seem
do
like
it.
you're starting
Don't do
to-
it.
No, but I'm saying like
Don't say
curling
names.
over.
I'm not
no.
being offensive, but
No, I'm saying like no, like toes curling on top of.
So
each
there's
other,
really
like,
ugly, and then there's like odd, and then there's like normal feet.
Okay, I'm saying really ugly.
where does
feet.
webbed feet go in there?
4.
4?
Really?
Feet,
Yeah.
feet matters.
It can't be gross. I can't do it. I would just stare at them all the time. Think about that.
Did you
those
ever
little
think
kids that
about-
just-
What if they touched me?
Did you ever think about asking someone, be like, "Hold on, can I see your feet?" How?
See, that's
At what
the thing,
point
is
in a
how often do you
relationship?
see people's feet?
Often.
I mean,
I
usually
100% saw your feet several times before we got married. I mean, that's not
summertime,
good.
I guess. Would it be a deal breaker?
Flip-flops? Yeah.
Would it be a deal breaker after saying I love you like throughout wintertime if you hadn't seen my feet and my feet were just mangled? Not mangled, but like ugly. Would it be like
deal break? I don't know about
or would it be like a
it would
oh,
drop
man,
from a
this
10
is
to a
rough.
4. That's pretty.
But
Or
that's
would
the
it be
only
like-
person. That's the only trait we're looking at.
Or you'd be
so.
like, this is rough. This is hard. to
if
handle.
everything else is a 10, I don't care about your feet.
You're not. It won't be because I'd be like,
I don't care about
what
your
if those
feet.
things touch me?
Oh my
I
god.
think you're fine.
What if it like bites me and eats me or something?
He's a 10, but his entire wardrobe consists of
no.
free t-shirts from events.
That's my whole life.
That's what he wears.
Did you say from the
That's what
dentist?
he wears.
From
From
free
events.
events.
Oh, from free events.
Like free t-shirts from events.
That's my goal.
Nadia, Nadia hates. I get free t-shirts
you-
from winning softball
like,
tournaments and leagues.
She gets
and
rid
she
of them.
Throws
She
them
throws
out.
them away. And she
I
gets
love free
so
shirts.
there is something
Give
about
me a free shirt.
It's a-
it
might be a
Take
guy
it.
thing.
I know there's
I like
something
it.
about
I have so many
dressing
work
nice.
shirts.
That's the problem is that like dressing nice can propel someone from a 4 up to like an 8 if they're a nice dresser. And so when you take it the opposite, it's like, oh man, I wish you would just
I
learn to
love
dress.
a free
Like
shirt.
someone that's a 10, are they wearing just free
Oh yeah.
clothes?
Most 10s would, I'm sure. How many shirts do you think Brad Pitt or George Clooney have ever paid for? 0.
Yeah, probably actually. Sure. He's a 10, but he claps when the plane lands.
One of those.
I do not understand the clapping on the plane.
I don't think I've ever been
I've
on a
seen
plane
it.
where they've clapped.
I've been on a plane where
seen it.
they've clapped.
It's not often. Then.
I don't
So
get
are
it.
we talking about old people?
It's like your age.
People do it.
It's weirdos that are like your
Usually,
age.
so here's the thing. Once one does it, then on like, the sheep will start clapping.
Is it because they're just like we safely? Yes.
Yay, good job, we did it. It's like showing appreciation for a good,
Woo!
safe flight.
We've landed.
Now,
Can't stand it.
He's a 10, but he claps
6.
every now and then when we're on a plane ride. 8.
Yeah, but that means they have other weird things they're doing.
I think
that's
if
the
you
only thing.
clap when the plane lands, that means you're a little cuckoo. Like,
If
you're a
he's
little
like-
crazy. It's like the lady that saw the lizard on the plane.
Okay,
She
the
is-
best example I can think of is we went to school with somebody who was a good-looking dude and bland as crap, and so it like affected everyone's view of him.
Yeah.
This person's gonna be bland. If you clap when the plane lands,
Yes.
you were gonna be.
Plain Jane.
Or are you
Boring.
exciting?
No, that is not what's
That is
happening.
the opposite of it.
It's not like that. If someone's like, "Yeah, baby," I would laugh
Like
because that's a
messing
different
around.
conversation.
Yes.
They're like,
That's someone making fun of the people that
We did it.
clap.
Yeah, I don't know. I still say 8 because I'm not gonna be on a plane.
I mean, I'm okay with
with
you not
that
dropping
person.
them to a 2, right? But it is not cool.
He's a 10, but he tries to fix things with, have you tried turning it off and on again?
He's probably right, but I hate to admit that too.
9.
The amount
Yeah.
of things that have happened
9.
of turning off and on.
At
is
least
actually-
he's trying to be. I don't know. Productive. I don't know if that's like a.
So what
Or is it-
I think the root of the question is he thinks you're dumb and haven't tried the basic stuff first.
That's
That's
true. If
the
he's
root of the
Have
question.
you tried turning it off and on?
He's talking down to you is what the root of that is.
I don't know. Still a 9.
You're fine with people talking down to you. All right. He's a 10, but he's still mad about a game he lost 5 years ago. Back in high school, I would.
Why are we doing the he still?
I'm sorry, I was just on the he side.
He can't help it. He wants to know how you feel about him because that's
He's a
what
10, but
Jared's
he's still mad about a game he lost 5 years ago. What do you think?
5.
Wow.
That's babyish.
like. Whoa,
Get over it.
that makes you more mad.
Nah, I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe 6.
So, like, you lost a championship game in high school. You know, that doesn't dwell a little bit with you in soccer?
Just be talking about it
just
over and
careless.
over again.
Yeah, but so
I
like-
mean, so not talking about it says still mad about a game.
This is like the Al Bundy. If you know who Al Bundy is, this is his whole character is this guy. Where it's like back in the day, we had the moment. It could have been this.
Yeah.
I know, but
Or
you
it's-
know,
if they bring it
but
up
you
over and
know
over
that
again
it's
with
going to be
every
talked
conversation.
about, and it's like, and I did this, and then
Or they always
somebody
talk about
did.
high school.
It's not their fault
Or
either.
it's
It's not their fault.
somebody-
It's
yeah.
if he would have just caught that thing.
Yeah, or it's they cheated, or it's like, you're adding other personality traits that aren't that
I feel like we still need to find out what Janie thinks about the foot person.
appealing. What foot person?
He's a
I think she's with me on the feet.
you don't mind the feet being gross, gnarly feet.
Ooh, I don't
How
know.
far does it drop?
probably drops to a 5.
Jeez.
Yeah. If they
I
had
just feel like you never see their feet.
No, I'm talking gross feet. Like gross feet. Like
I guess you guys are feet people. She's a 10, but her emotional support water bottle weighs as much as a toddler.
He just basically said she's a 10, but she's from Utah.
That's actually true.
Is that what he just said?
Pretty much.
her emotional support water bottle weighs as much as a toddler.
So, it is funny. That doesn't affect me on that, I would say.
Still a 10?
But it gives that type
But the
of
problem-
persona of those with the big jingling keys and the
Yeah, like I could get the annoying, like potential annoying aspect of it, where you're getting the Utah mom joke kind of thing, right? But I would say I'll go 9 is a slight drop off. It's probably not a big deal. Just don't have gross feet.
She's a 10, but she chomps her food.
So here's the
pickles.
thing. I know that that's a me problem. So okay, when you say chomps, is it chomps like?
Yeah.
Okay, not like.
No.
Because I would say you chew semi-aggressively, but with your mouth closed.
You choose.
She knows this, right? You chew semi-aggressively, but with your mouth closed.
Semi-aggressively.
Jared,
Can you show me how
is a
you choose
chomper.
semi-aggressively?
No, just like
I'm not chewing slowly.
yeah, she's eating normal. It's not aggressive.
I'm not like this.
She's not.
Daintily hiding.
She's not hiding that she's eating.
I'm not daintily hiding that I'm eating food.
The mouth slapping is a problem for me though. I do have a struggle with that, and that is a me problem. So I don't know that I would knock them down for it. I do get that it's me, but it would drive me bonkers.
She's a 10, but she calls herself a plant mom and talks to her plants like they're children.
This is a she? Because I thought
She's
this was
a
a guy
10.
thing.
No.
Plant mom?
Yeah, like Stacy's always talking about being a plant mom.
Plant
Stacy
mom.
from
Oh.
Studio C.
Okay, so she's a 10, but she talks about being a plant mom.
But she calls herself a plant mom and talks to her plants as if they're her children.
I'm gonna lower you quite a bit to like a. I'm gonna go down to a 3. I almost went 4, but I'm gonna go
What?
3.
Because of a plant mom?
So, I'm questioning you as a human being.
It goes a lot towards.
You got some deep
the
emotional
clapping
trauma,
on the
probably.
plane, I feel
Yeah,
like.
there's just some stuff where it's like, yeah, we're like at least I don't know. Maybe 3 is a little harsh, but I don't
So I'm
think
not
I
gonna
can do
get
it.
that plant I was planning on getting.
That doesn't mean you don't have plans.
It means
Talking
you
to 'em.
Talk to your plants and your plant mom. And
Like you are like they're your children. It's a little different. If you were like over here like, oh babies, how are you girls doing? You need a little water? Be like, keep those thoughts to yourself.
Those are supposed to be in a thought bubble.
Sorry, plant ladies.
All right, this could be a he or she. They're a 10, but they set 20 alarms and still need you to wake them up.
Oh.
The alarms that go off at 6 o'clock, 6:01, 6:02, 6:03, 6:04, 6:05.
So, I'm gonna put you down to a 6 at least.
That would be annoying.
It is, trust me. That's not you. I'm describing other people that I've lived with in my life who I have wanted to beat to death in the morning because of it. I was like, just get up or turn it off.
Yeah, that would be. It would wear on you.
And that's not like an occasional thing. When it happens, it's every day, and it's their alarm. I have 9 alarms go off because I have to wake up 27 kids
It's
in the morning.
kind of like someone snoring all night long. Like you don't get the rest that you need. And
It's
like
worse though,
you're
because it's the
dreading it.
last few minutes of rest.
You're dreading it.
You know when you wake up
every
and there's
day.
like 3 minutes left to sleep, and you're like, oh, that's the best 3 minutes I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go to sleep, and it's gonna be great. It's ruined because they woke you up.
I have
and
a
then
couple
now
personal
ruined it.
ones here.
Oh gosh, personal ones.
He's a 10, but he refuses to eat anything green ever.
Who is that?
He's just not healthy then. He's gonna die at an early age
Oh, that'd be nice.
with no
Or
life
on
insurance.
ours, here's
That might
one.
be better then. That might make you like an 11 or 12 if they have money, which isn't me, but it could be.
He's a 10, but he says, we should start a podcast after every deep conversation.
We should start a podcast.
You know those people that shouldn't have podcasts, who sit there and they're just like,
Is that us?
Imagine.
Should we not have a podcast?
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah. I didn't.
But We wouldn't say that after a deep conversation.
We should start a podcast.
We should talk about this all the time.
Yeah, that would be, I don't know, a 7. Because at least he's ambitious.
All right. Any other ones that you guys got?
Ambitious or thinks they're interesting. There's a different thing there.
She's a 10, but she has to take a picture of every meal before eating it.
That doesn't bother me.
Influencer.
I don't think that bothers me. Not even influencer though. Like the people who just take pictures of all their meals.
Foodies that are kind of like, ooh, look
That
at
wouldn't bother me. Would it bother you?
No. I'm trying to think of something that really can get a 10 to a 1. What's the thing
What's the worst
that can
thing?
be like, oh my gosh. Okay, she's a 10, but she has chronic bad breath.
That's pretty rough.
Jared's face, what?
That drops.
That does
Really?
drop.
That Jared's face was like
That's a tough one.
That's a big drop.
like
I have a little empathy because sometimes I go through bad breath stages, I feel like, but chronic meaning like you always are going to
it's
have it.
just bad breath. Like she just has bad breath.
That's rough.
I struggle with that. I would struggle not with bad breath, I don't think. I would struggle with my sense of smell is so strong that I would, if it was like a constant, like that was a constant thing, I would dread every day talking to that person or having that person close to my face. I'd be like,
Interesting.
I'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, they could still be a 10 from about 30 feet away.
Yeah. And you can have bad breath. Like
No closer.
no closer.
No
Yeah,
closer.
if it's
If
all
you come
the
any
time.
closer, you are not a 10 anymore.
It would be like, holy.
Okay, worse than that though, I think. He's a 10, but has gunk always inside of his teeth.
Ooh. I don't think that makes him a 10 anymore.
Well, no, of course not.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
But
Beetlejuice.
for example, there's a difference between
You think
chronic
Beetlejuice is a
bad
10
breath
besides his teeth?
and being able to get a good teeth cleaning.
Yeah.
So that's a choice then. Well, I mean, chronic bad breath though is probably because of a teeth cleaning thing too. I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
But wow, that was rough.
we went for the.
That was mean.
He's a 10, but he says, I'm an alpha male. And is
Oh
totally serious
yeah,
about
you just triggered Jamie. You
it's
might as
what?
well.
it. And he's totally serious about it.
0.
You just
There's the one.
He knew that was a trigger
found
point.
it.
We probably should have said that.
Did you see my face
Oh my.
change?
You triggered. That's a trigger call.
Instant
good one.
revert.
Whenever
like,
I'm talking about how alpha I am, she does not.
version. I can't even.
10, but I'm an alpha male.
I couldn't even be in the same room with somebody like that.
So we found Jamie's.
Yes.
Steve's was pretty close with the feet.
His
For some
was
reason, the
pretty close
feet
with the
brought it
feet.
pretty far down.
The feet are rough. I mean,
So
I'm not sure.
Steve doesn't like gross toad girls, and I don't like alpha males.
Alpha males.
That's what it is.
am I a sigma male?
Oh gosh.
Free is that?
I don't like.
Is that the gen?
What, the
in
sigma?
Alpha?
I don't like males that refer to themselves as alpha males.
Yeah, I knew when Jared said that one. That was it. He nailed that. He was like, "Yeah, not in the
found it.
wing, in the wings."
I'm
waiting
an
for it.
alpha. Can't be around all you betas.
So, what would make you go from a 1 to a 10? One quick last question.
Oh, go
How do you
He's
go?
a 1, but
what could go from a 1 to a 10?
that's tough. He's a 1.
So, how's this compare?
She's a 1, but she has nice feet. That's it.
No.
Steve, it just went to a 10. Just kidding.
might go to a 2 or 3.
I don't know. He's a 1.
It's easy to
but-
bring people down. It's hard to
It's
bring them up.
Yes.
So, does any of
What
it
does a 1 refer
What
to?
one thing? What one? Like,
Should we name some
physically-
ones that we know?
No.
Physically, they're 1s,
Yeah.
but there's something that can bring them up.
They're ones.
They're a 1,
but they're a billionaire.
It's a 10.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's an easy one. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how that would have to work, though, right?
Gonna have to
So
look.
only money.
They're a
That's
one.
the only way it can come up.
They're a 1, but they're rich and gonna die in a year.
That's the only way you can come up from a 1.
Or they're a 1, but they're great with kids or something like that. Does that bring them up at all? They're
Nothing.
a 1, but
They're a 1, but they can bench press 300 pounds.
They're alpha male.
Super
they're
strong.
1, but they're our real alpha male.
Yeah.
There you go, Jamie. Does that bring it up a little bit?
They're a 1. But
What about
they...
on the other end?
Let me see it. I'm gonna try.
On the
to
other
Oh no, this is...
On the
She's
other
a
end, she's a 1, but
but-
what could bring her up to a 10?
Do you see what this says? Turning it around. All right. Some scenarios.
She's a 1.
She's a 1, but she'll bring you your favorite snacks without asking.
Way to a man's heart is his belly.
It's not a bad one. That's not a bad
She's a
one.
1, but she's a wizard in the kitchen and cooks like a pro
I
chef.
thought you were going to say something way
That's
worse.
what I'm
Lisa.
saying. Food. Food is what gets the guys.
Yep,
It's all food
work.
related.
I mean, a lot of them is food.
She's a 1, but she's a billionaire. I don't know if it would do it for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just super mean.
She's a 1, but she's always hyping you up and making you feel like a 10.
Well, that would be nice.
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Maybe not a full 10 though.
She's a 1, but she can do the entire Friends trivia without missing a single question.
I don't know if that's a good thing. It's like we're moving the other opposite direction here. 1.
Let's see if there's any
He's a 1.
guy ones.
It's gonna be money. 100% it's gonna say.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. For the guys.
He's a
it's
1,
food.
but he's the most loyal person you know and would do anything for his friends.
He's a 1,
That does not make him a 10.
but has a chance to play in the NFL.
Here's one. He's a 1, but
No money yet.
That
he's
means
a 1, but
muscle
he
and
can make
shape.
anyone laugh until they cry.
Doesn't mean you're in shape.
Great sense of humor, but he's a 1. Just like keeps you laughing and just.
I don't think if that makes it all the way up to a 10.
Okay, what does it get you to?
Probably a 5.
He's a 1, but he's always working hard to improve himself and support others. So he's trying to
That's
get
like
better.
a 6.
I went up quite a bit.
Wow, she just jumped that much. What is that? Is that because is she trying to hint at qualities I don't have? Is that what's going on here?
No, I was just saying, like, if somebody's, like, physically not maybe attractive, but they're, like, trying to better and they're always,
Themselves.
like, trying to improve, that's, like, a good trait, I would say. You can't control
But you
your
went up 5
genetics.
spots. That's pretty
But
impressive.
you can't control your genetics, but he's actually changing what he can control.
I think we found what destroys Jamie's.
We knew, yeah. When you
Brought it straight there.
we know Jamie.
That was.
And we know Steve
You
hates
found
feet.
it. You
You
found
may-
it. I didn't say 1 for anybody or 0 for anybody, but that you found it.
I don't think I went to a 1 with the feet, but it would definitely affect me.
You went down to like 2 or 3.
It's
Yeah.
Just with feet.
gnarly feet.
Just
Not
the feet.
you're.
I
you're
know, but you can
Have you
hide
seen
that.
gnarly feet?
You can hide that.
It's been fun though.
Yep. This was fun.
This podcast was a 10. That's why Jamie's yawning.
This podcast is a 10 out of 10.
We should do a podcast about this.
Should we start our own podcast?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because we need you to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We have a little bell that goes off on our computer when you do it, and we get excited.
Yes, and that way you can get an announcement or a notification when we're posting videos because we're posting more videos on our
More.
podcast now a week. So you don't want to miss any
3
of
videos.
those.
What days, Jared?
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And make sure you comment below your she's a 10 or he's a 10. But
Just put in a she's a 10.
I want
or
to know.
Put any of them in the comments and we'll react to them.
yeah, we need to go
Yes.
react to them. That'd be awesome.
Put them in the
I think
comments.
maybe we could do a short reacting session.
Okay, so yeah,
That'd
put
be
them in the comments and maybe we'll react to yours. That would be awesome. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.